You might hear the word neurodiversity used a lot, especially in schools and on social media, but it isn't always explained clearly. So in this video, I'm going to explain what neurodiversity really means in simple, calm language for children, parents, and teachers. So neurodiversity is a term that recognizes that human brains develop in different ways. There isn't one normal type of brain. Some people think, learn, process information, and experience the world differently from others, and that variety is a natural part of being a human. So neurodiversity includes differences such as ADHD, dyslexia, autism, dyscalculia, but it also includes everyone else too. So the key idea is difference does not mean deficit. The term neurodiversity was first used to help challenge the idea that there is only one correct or acceptable way for the brain to work. So instead of seeing learning differences as something that is wrong or needs to be fixed, neurodiversity asks us to understand them as part of natural human variation. That doesn't mean that difficulties aren't real. It means that difficulties often come from a mismatch between a person's needs and the environment that is around them. So neurodiversity does not mean that children shouldn't be supported. It does not mean that effort doesn't matter. And it does not mean that everyone has the same needs. Understanding neurodiversity helps us give better support, not remove expectations altogether. Support should be needs-led, not label-led. Most schools are designed for a narrow range of learning styles. So when a child struggles, it's often assumed that the problem is within the child. But neurodiversity encourages us to ask a different question. Instead of asking, what's wrong with this child? We ask, what does this child need in order to learn and thrive? And that shift is incredibly important. When we understand neurodiversity, we stop blaming children for difficulties that are often caused by systems that weren't designed with them in mind. If you're a child or young person watching this and learning feels harder for you, it doesn't mean you're lazy, broken, or not trying hard enough. Your brain just works differently. And different doesn't mean worse. It means you might need learning to be explained or structured or supported in a different way. For parents, carers, and teachers, understanding neurodiversity helps us to respond with empathy instead of frustration. It helps us focus on support instead of punishment. And it helps children and young people feel understood rather than judged. Neurodiversity is about recognizing and respecting the many different ways that our brains work. When we understand it properly, we can create environments where people are able to learn, participate, and feel valued. If you'd like practical resources or further support, I've linked some information below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.